Hey, what's going on everybody? My name's Avatron. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into the 1.2 stream, the condensed version that I made for you guys, we're going to first put the three codes that they put throughout the stream. So feel free to pause if you need to. Make sure you put these either on the miHoYo's website themselves, or you can actually redeem this in-game. So just go to like your settings, account, and redeem code. So I'll give you a few seconds for each picture. But yeah, then we'll get into it after that. So here's the first code, 100 primos, 10 enhancement ores, pretty nice. Now we have the second code, a video, pretty nice. 5 orbits, pretty cool. And finally we have Gone You with some nice Mora, some 100 primos, and her beautiful face. Great. So here they go over Albedo, basically just showing some of his skills, his ult. They show him basically just in action. They didn't talk like too in depth about him, but I think we're going to be getting like showcases later on. But just from looking at what he's doing, it looks like he's going to be kind of a support character, especially with his skill. Although his ultimate does look like it could potentially do a lot of damage. So maybe similar to like Zhongli, and the fact that he could have like a very high scaling ultimate with a more of a tactical skill, right? Then we get into Ganyu, beautiful half adepti, I believe. She is a cryo, and also she was going to be a bow user. So here they showed some of her gameplay, and it looked pretty cool. Honestly, I was surprised by some of her abilities. So let's take a look at them here. Very cool looking character. Also, her tag animations like that are just miHoYo catering to the waifus, and I am completely okay with that. Also, you see the effect there. I think that's like a second arrow that shoots from a charge attack, which is pretty cool. She also does this taunt with like her flower, and her ultimate is actually really cool. I thought it was going to be a smaller AoE, but it's actually pretty big, so that'll be pretty useful. Then they talked about the story quest, how there's going to be one for each of the characters, and I believe that you have to do the Albedo one first in order to do the event quest later on. So yeah, Albedo is coming first, by the way. Then they got into Dragonspine Area. They talked about a couple of these different places, how they're pretty different looking as far as environment goes. Then they went ahead and moved on to another set of pictures, which showed in the background Sealy as well as a challenge. So it looks like there's going to be way more stuff for us to collect here in Dragonspine. Some more chests. So happy for those that ran out of chests and haven't seen those in a while. So that's going to be pretty cool. You can see it's a lot bigger than maybe I thought it's going to be. A lot of these places look pretty huge and vastly different from what we've seen in Leeway and Mondstadt. So that's going to be pretty cool and a nice change of pace. Then they got into the Dragonspine Monsters. Here you see the Cryo Sisson Mage. Looking pretty awesome, honestly. I really like that design. And to the left there, you're going to see what looks like a Hilichurl, but apparently really isn't. It's kind of like maybe a whole new creature. They were talking about how it looks like a Yeti. I kind of agree. It kind of looks like a weird old Cryo Hilichurl. I don't know. Maybe he can do something like he has those cool looking horns. I don't know. You see here to the left, there's like a cryo caster there. There's also a ruin guard that looks really awesome. He's one of the coolest looking ruin guards, honestly. And he's actually a little bit bigger, I believe, than the other ruins. They showed a little bit of gameplay of battling him, and his animations were pretty interesting. Here we're talking about the new mechanic, Subzero Climate. Basically what this is, there's going to be basically freezing cold in Dragonspine, and you're gonna have a little bar that's gonna go down as you're in Dragonspine. So a lot of things will affect this. Water, especially if you swim, perhaps it's gonna also accelerate the effects of this cryo thing. They are gonna have a gadget later on that they showcase, which will help you with this. I believe also the shields might be able to help you with this. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know what to really think about this. Maybe just a different mechanic you have to play around. I honestly don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but you will lose HP if your bar does go down. Here they show the different ways that you can get around that. There's going to be different sources around the map to work around the whole, constant cryo. You will have to be going around these, and I think until probably you get the gadget. And even then, you might still have to go to. There's going to be like these fire sealy that you're going to have to guide, and will also protect you and take the debuff off. You can go to like a bonfire, and there's special like little fires around the Dragonspine that you're going to be able to go to. So pretty cool. I think it's going to be interesting to see how people, whether they like this or not. I don't think it's going to be like that big of a thing, honestly. But I guess we'll see when we actually play and see how fast your actual bar goes down. Next, I talked about Dragonspine Exploration, and you can see a little bit more of the map here. They go into a little bit more depth about each one of these places. So for example, here, it's basically blocking your path, and you can't just break it. This one's going to be more of a puzzle that you're going to have to figure out to be able to pass this, because all of Dragonspine, the path to the summit is going to be blocked, essentially. And some of these, I think, are going to help you with some later missions as you go further up the mountain. Is what it seems like. Pretty cool. Honestly, I like doing some of the puzzles, especially if it has decent rewards. So maybe like a precious chest instead of just, clearing the path for you. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I think this is going to be pretty cool. Next, we have the Frostbearing tree. So what this is going to be is basically going to resemble the level up reputation system. You're going to have to level this up with something called Crimson Agates. So you apparently will be able to get through missions, as well as you're going to be able to find them around the map. Later you'll see an image where you kind of see them in the background. But then they show off the gadget there. The warming bottle is going to help you basically get rid of that debuff cryo thing that's constantly around you. And also when you get this to level 10, you'll unlock the Frostbearer Catalyst blueprint. It's a 4-star weapon. It's a new one that's craftable, so that'll be pretty cool and interesting to see exactly like what the subsets are, who's it going to be useful for, and stuff like that. And they talk about collecting dragon teeth as you're doing quests and stuff like that. This is for another craftable weapon. It's called the Dragonspine Spear. Not the most creative, but it's cool, I guess. Another weapon. That's cool. You see in the background there's some of those like Crimson Agate things. Yeah, and apparently you just collect dragon teeth as you're going around, not only exploring but also doing quests. And this is craftable, another 4-star, so cool to see more weapons added. And we have another weapon. Also, this one's going to be more tied to the story of Dragonspine. Apparently this is going to go kind of coinciding with Albedo's missions and quests. This is kind of like a hidden quest apparently too. Like they'll have hidden quests within it, and once you complete all of those and I guess unlock the secret of what Dragonspine used to be throughout some ruins and stuff like that, you're gonna get this sword, which is pretty cool. I don't think this one's a craftable one, or you're gonna be able to make more of. So it's gonna be interesting how to see how powerful this sword is, right? Here they're just gonna go into more of the story quest for Albedo, as well as the quest later on for the event. You see some more gameplay. I don't want to say too much about the quests. Just know that they talked about it, I think maybe perhaps a little too much. I think they kind of gave an overview that I think might have said too much. I know it spoiled maybe a little too much, so I don't want to talk about that. If you do want to know more about it, their video is up on their Genshin Epic website. So yeah, but awesome looking gameplay here. Here they talk more about just the Albedo quest itself. They actually show some of the dialogue. They show Albedo and the Traveler interacting a little bit. Again, I don't want to say too much of this. I feel like they maybe spoiled it, parts of it, maybe not the whole thing, but Here we have probably one of the best moments in the stream. A beautiful, beautiful character named Rosaria, who was apparently a nun. Can you believe that? What part of a nun do you see there? All I see is Rias Gramarye. And if you guys get that, who know that character, then hey, props to you, my man. But hey, apparently she's going to be a playable character. They didn't say that specifically, but She will appear in the story at some point. She looks awesome, and I want her. From leaks, they've been saying that she's a playable character, so that'll be interesting. They show another screenshot here of Sucrose, who's involved in the story because I think she's Albedo's assistant in some way. So they just talk about the story a little bit more. Again, I don't want to go into it, just for spoilers' sake. I want you guys to go in there with some fresh eyes, and nothing like that. Here they show another screenshot. You see a sword there that's going to be coming into play a little bit later, and we'll talk about it. And you see Albedo interacting with the Traveler again. They showed another screenshot again of the story. This is what I was talking about. They maybe talked a little bit too much about it, but here, Albedo and the Traveler were just interacting. Albedo was telling him that he finds them to be similar in many ways. So we'll see how similar they are. So here they go into the new event. Basically how it's going to work is they're going to split it up into 4 different parts, as you see there. Each part is going to have a bunch of different missions and apparently rewards. There's also this sword that's going to coincide with this event. It's called the Chalk Prince and the Dragon. And also this sword is going to be apparently upgradable throughout this event. So that has to do with the storyline. They just said that basically to make this sword more powerful, you're going to have to buy some of the stuff in the event shop. So it might be interesting to see how much of this essence they're going to give you, which apparently you get after each act. To maybe see if they are making you choose between the rewards or making this sword more powerful. I really hope that isn't the case, and it's more similar to like the Unreconciled Stars event, which just basically gave you enough time to buy out the whole shop. You give enough resin that you were using, right? So we'll see if that's the case. But you know, rest assured, you're probably going to have to use a lot of resin here. They didn't say anything specifically about resin, so hopefully that isn't the case. But they did say that there's going to be lots of rewards and all these things, so I'm just looking for more EXP books and Mora, because those are running just absolutely dry. But yeah, there's also, you know, Handsome Ores, Mora, there's some talent books there. I think this will be a pretty good event, and for the sounds of it, enough rewards to entice you to do it. Here they just talk about the 4 new weapons that are being added. We already went over them. So the 2 craftable ones and the 2 other ones that you can basically with missions and events. So pretty cool, you know, new weapons. I want to see exactly how they work and see the substats and all that. They didn't give any information on that. So now we get into the artifacts. So you have the Blizzard Strayer one, which it's a cryo set, 2-piece cryo damage bonus 50%, 4-piece set. When a character attacks enemy affected by cryo, the crit rate is increased by 20%. If the enemy is frozen, crit rate is increased by an additional 20%. So that'll be pretty interesting to see how is that used with maybe like a lower crit rate. And especially if you have like a lot of crit damage, that'll be interesting. Then they have the Heart of Depth set, which is going to be a Hydro set. So 2-piece set, Hydro damage bonus 50%. And the 4-piece set, after using an elemental skill, increase normal attack and charge attack damage by 30%. So this just screams Tartaglia, child for me, you know, especially if you're going to be using him in a DPS, like main DPS set. It's going to be pretty cool. So there is a whole new domain for this, and which you'll basically uncover once you find it, I guess, in the area. I don't think they'll make it too hard to find, as you unlock, you know, more of the mountain. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm really looking for the 2-piece sets for both of them. Next, we talk about the Hypostasis Symphony. Just one of 3 different like challenges, events, little things that are coming. This one's going to be pretty nuts. I'm really interested in this one because it's basically just Hypostasis with new attacks that are like apparently like roided out, more challenging. You're going to be able to select the difficulty, but obviously, you know, the more difficult, the better rewards. And there's going to be different conditions apparently as well with these. So really cool. I'm interested to see just all the different hypostases and what they do. As you can see, there's already a lot of different things that they're doing from the ones we already know as the elite bosses in the world. Next, they have a what they said more chilled out event, which is called Lost Riches. This one you have like a little special Sealy that's going to follow you around. It looks pretty cool. Basically, you're just going to be finding treasure around a certain area, and you're going to be collecting these things called iron coins. It's like a new currency for this event. And with these iron coins, what you're going to be able to do is there's going to be an event shop, which you're going to be able to trade in these iron coins for different things, such as Mora, Heroes Writs, Primogems, and Mystic Enhancement Ores. But the really cool thing is you're also going to be able to buy these like sealies that you first, like the ones that was following you around, helping you. And there's 3 different colors. This is what it looks like so far. There's a rose egg color, there's like a blue one, and then there's like a golden one, which I think is more like the Geo golden color. Looks pretty cool. Apparently you can just keep these. They're like a little gadget, kind of like a little pet, I guess, in a way. So hey, pets in the game a little early. Pretty cool. I'm personally going to go for them if I can after I buy out the rest of the shop, but I'm in no rush to get them, right? Then you have the final one of these 3, which is Marvelous Merchandise, in which you're going to see Libin again, who is a pretty interesting character. Has a really cool little afro going on with some glasses. Pretty awesome that you get to see this guy again, but the way it's going to work is a little different this time. If you don't like the rewards that he has for you, you can go to a friend's world, and he will have a different rewards that you can get from your friend's world. So make sure you have a lot of friends, maybe go to Discord or something like that, get people's UIDs. If you want better rewards, maybe a different reward than what you have, there you go. Next, they talked about system optimization, which first up is going to be like be able to put a name to one of your friends, like custom nickname. So maybe don't put like their actual name there, just so you don't, dox them accidentally or something like that. But this is a pretty cool feature. Also, you're going to be able to chat with your friends, even though if you're not in co-op together. So just online. So that's pretty cool. Next, they go into the new gadget called Camera. I don't know if this is really going to help a lot of people, but basically you just press a button. It's able to take a picture. I don't think I'm going to get this one, honestly. I like to take my time with the screenshots just because I use those a lot in the thumbnails. So pretty much any thumbnail you see on my channel is because I took a screenshot specifically for that video. But I really like taking pictures. I think the game is beautiful. So this is going to be cool for a lot of people who like to take screenshots. If you don't, then I'm sorry, this is a useless one. Next, they talk about the domain optimization. We talked about this a little bit in another video, but basically you collect the rewards and they go straight into your inventory now. You don't have to collect them from the ground. Positive, negative for some people. I think it's kind of whatever, but it still shows you what you get. I don't think you can click on them and see the like subsets and stuff like that right away. I think you're gonna have to go to your inventory for that. But they also talk about how you don't have to leave and come back in to do the domain again. You just start it again. So next they talk about the Ascension materials preview. So basically with the click up button, you're going to be able to see what you're going to need for that character through each Ascension. We also talked about how you get Acquaint Fates at 20, 50, and 70 ascended, but they have to be ascended. So let's say you get to level 70, you have to ascend them to get that one Acquaint Fate. Not the best thing in the world, but hey, we didn't get anything before, so free summons. Hopefully you guys get lucky. I think I'm looking at about 15 or 20 Acquaint Fates right now. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully I get lucky with that. Pull 5-star that I don't have. I'm personally looking for the World Scratch though. But yeah, that's going to be doing it for me, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this and liked this. I hope I didn't talk too fast or go through stuff a little too quick for you. If you do want to see the full thing, I'll leave this link to this video, or like the stream, I guess, down in the description below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want more content from me. And besides that, let me know what you think about everything that you saw today in the comment section. I really want to know if you guys are excited for this. I'm personally really excited for this. I know some people wanted like more Inazuma, maybe not like this mountain, but it kind of resembles like a bigger continent to me. So I don't know. Just let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching a lot. Hope you have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.